So in this example, we have 1 over 2 square root of 28 x raised to 6 y raised to 9. Okay, in this case, ang gagawin natin dito, yung 1 half dito, isulat ko lang muna sa baba. Okay? And then, ang asikasuhin natin yung mga bagay na nasa loob ng radical sign. Okay, which is 28x raised to 6, y raised to 9. Hanap tayo ng perfect square or greatest perfect square factor ng mga to. Okay? And I believe ang greatest perfect square factor is when we write it as 4x raised to 6, y raised to 8. We can multiply it kanino? Okay? Kay 7y. Okay? So, ito na yung mga greatest common factor nila. Okay, so we have 4 times 7. Kung gusto mo i-check, that is 28. Then x raised to 6 times wala, that is x raised to 6. Then y raised to 8 times y, that is y raised to 9. Okay, so we have 1 over 2 times square root of 4x raised to 6, y raised to 8 times square root of 7y. Okay? So, in this case, ang gagawin natin, simplify pa natin ito. So, we have 1 over 2. Square root of 4, that is 2, right? Square root of x raised to 6, pwede natin i-divide si 6 kay 2. Now, 6 divided by 2, first copy the x. Okay, 6 divided by 2, that is 3. So, we have here another variable. We have y. 8 divided by 2, that is going to be 4. Okay? And then yung square root of 7y, we will write this one in this particular side, 7y. Okay? So, 1 half, ang gagawin ko dito sa 1 half na to, pwede ko siyang i-simplify or distribute sa loob ng mga variables. Okay? So, 1 half times, first, 1 half times 2 muna. 1 half times 2. Okay? 1 half times 2, that is going to be 1. Right? So, ang matitira na lang dito, I think cancel up na yan. Matitira na lang dito is x raised to 3, y raised to 4. X raised to 3, y raised to 4. And then sa labas, meron tayong square root of 7y. Okay? So, when we multiply 1 half sa loob, ito na yung natira. X cubed y to the 4th power, square root of 7y. Okay? So, in this case, we are now in the letter E and F of our example. So, we have square root of 2 times square root of 60. Ito, madali natin magawa, no? Pwede siyang isulat as square root of 2 times 8, that is 16. And square root of 16, that is going to be 4. So, evaluation gagawin natin dito kapag number lang ang ating radicand. Okay? In this case, another easy example, since pareha sila ng radicand sign or index, sulat natin sa loob ng radical sign na may same index din. Okay? So, 5x, then multiply the radicand, yung mga numbers sa loob ng, yung mga terms sa loob ng radicand sign. So, we have 5x raised to 7 times 10x raised to 9. Okay? So, we can write this one, or we can simplify square root of these things. Okay? First is multiply natin yung 5 and 10. Okay? 5 and 10, that is 50. Right? Then we have x. Copy the base, then add the two exponents. 7 plus 9, that is 16. Okay, so now we all know na meron pa tong factor na may perfect square number. Pwede siyang isulat as, I believe, 25 x raised to 16, then times 2. Okay? Now, ba't di ko na siya finactor? Ba't di ko na to finactor? Okay, dahil even numbers naman siya, no? I think pwede naman siyang i-divide dito sa 2 at meron talagang lalabas dyan na exponent. Okay? And maybe 16 then is a perfect square number, no? So, we have no problem with it. So, square root of, ito munang gawin natin, pag-iwalay muna natin sila. square root of 25x raised to 16 times square root of 2. Okay? Square root of 25, that is 5, right? And then, copy the base x here. Okay? Kinopya ko yung base x. And then, divide ko yung 16 na exponent dito sa index na 2. 16 divided by 2, that is 8. Okay? Then, ang matitira dito sa kabila, that's square root of 2. And finally, this is our final example. So, we have 5x raised to 8 times the square root of 2. Okay, so now I want you to simplify. I want you to practice your skill from the previous example that we had. Okay, so letter A to F din to. And feel free to pause this video, copy the examples, copy this, try it, number 2, and then try doing something that is related to your growth. Okay, ibig sabihin, try to practice uh, this particular skill para mahasa rin yung skill niyo sa particular topic na to. Okay, so in this case, we will be proceeding or we will proceed to the second rule, which is the quotient rule for radicals. Sabi lang dito sa quotient rule, if A and B represents non-negative real numbers where B is not equal to 0, okay, itong denominator na B dapat daw hindi equal to 0, then we can see that square root of A over B is equal to square root of A divided by square root of B. So, parang ginawa dito, sineparate na yung mga radicand or radicand symbol. Okay? Radical symbol sa bawat letters dito na A and B. Dapat daw si B ay hindi equal kay 0. Okay? So, parang nangyayari dito, yung quotient daw ng A and B is equal to the quotient of the square roots of the numerator, which is the square root of A, and the denominator, which is the square root of B. Ganun din ang gagawin natin kapag mas malaki ang ating sign. So, like this one, dapat ito ay more than 1 na siya, no? So, kapag mas malaki na yung ating sign or index pala, then we can apply this one. Okay? Same procedure lang din ang gagawin natin. Now, for us to appreciate the following things, let's apply this this quotient rule in the following example. We need to simplify square root of 28x raised to 3 divided by square root of 7x. So, what we can do here is, since, tanungin mo muna yung sarili mo, parehas ba ito ng index? Okay? Since parehas ang index yan, pwede natin i-apply yung quotient rule. Okay? So, ang sinasabi sa quotient rule, we can write this one as, ito ko muna ilalagay, as malaking radical sign na may same index as 28x raised to 3 divided by 7x. Okay. So, since nasulat na natin siya, pwede pa natin i-simplify yan dito, no? We can say, or we can simplify 28 and 7 since nasa loob naman siya ng bahay. 28 divided by 7, we can divide this one. Ang sagot is 4, right? And then, x cubed divided by x from the quotient rule, okay, loss of exponents, kapag parehas yung base, copy the base. At kapag nagdi-divide tayo, sinusubtract natin dalawang exponents. Since dito ay may invisible ng 1, 3 minus 1, that is 2. Okay? And then, from the previous discussion, we can simplify this one. And then, square root of 4, we all know na ang sagot is 2. Right? Square root of x raised to 2, dahil equal sila, no, or greater than, pwedeng equal, okay, pwede nating divide si 2 kay 2. 2 divided by 2, that is 1. So, the answer must be x raised to 1 or 2x. Okay? So, that's how we simplify the radical. And then, in the next example, we have square root of 250 x raised to 8 over square root of 5x raised to 4. Okay. So again, tanungin mo ulit, parehas ba ito ng index? Yes, parehas. Dahil parehas yan, ibig sabihin, from the rule, pwede natin siyang isulat sa loob ng iisang bahay. So, 250 x raised to 8 over 5x raised to 4. Okay? So, simplifying this one, 250 divided by 5, we can write it as 250 divided by 5, that is 50. Right? So, x raised to 8 divided by x raised to 4, copy the base, subtract the exponent, 8 minus 4, that is 4. And then simplify these things. Hanap tayo ng dalawang factor ng isa, greatest perfect square factor. Okay, so we can write it as 25. Diba? 25 is a factor of 50 times 2. Okay, 50 times 2, that is 25. And then yung x raised to 4, dahil perfect naman na yan at even pa, so pwede ko siya isulat dito. At dito, sa katabi nito, wala akong ilalagay kasi x raised to 4 na yan eh. Dito ko na ilalagay x raised to 4. Okay, so simplifying these things, square root of 25 muna, that is 5. Okay? Square root of x raised to 4, kukopyahin ko yung x, i-divide ko si 4, kanino? Kay invisible na to dyan. 4 divided by 2, that is 2. And then, square root of 2, hindi naman siya perfect square. So, ibig sabihin, I will write square root of 2 here. And this is gonna be the simplest form of this particular expression. Okay, so, get through it. Another example would be like this. Square root of 27 or 12x raised to 7 over 3x. So this time parang baliktad yung approach, no? Paghihiwalay naman natin tong mga bagay na to. So ang gagawin natin dyan para mapaghiwalay natin yan, since nasa loob siya ng iisang bahay, ilalagay din natin ang magkaparehas na bahay. So 2 rin to. So we have 12x raised to 7 over square root of 3x. Okay, you get the point? This time, pinag-iwalay ko na sila. And then, ang gagawin natin dyan is, I think parang, okay, so, scratch lang muna natin to Tatanggalin ko na to. Kasi mukhang pinahirapan ko yung sarili ko sa part na to. Ang gagawin natin dito is, sisimplify lang pala natin yung quotient. So, ang gagawin natin dito is, divide na natin sa 12 kay 3. So, 12 divided by 3, that is 4. Right? X raised to 7 divided by x, that is x raised to 7 minus 1, that is 6. By 1 dito invisible. Subtract the exponent. Okay. So, in this case, we all know that 4 is a perfect square number. Square root of 4, that is 2. Right? At ito, mas malaki siya kay 2, so pwedeng simplify yan. At even pa. Okay, so we copy the x, and then yung 6 dito na exponent, i-divide ko kanino? Kay 2. So pag divide natin yan, 6 divided by 2, that is going to be 3. And this is gonna be the final answer for this example number 3. Okay, so letter D. For our letter D, we have square root of 3 over x. Okay, so in this case, we can write it as square root of 3 over square root of x. Bakit ko na pinaghiwalay? Ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina. Kasi, hindi naman natin pwedeng simplify si 3 over x, right? So, ang gagawin ko, ganito na. Gamitin ko yung rule. Pero, dito kasi may gagamitin pa tayong may mga new rules tayong gagamitin dito to get rid of this square root of x, yung radical symbol dito sa denominator. Kasi bawal yun eh. So, kailangan natin i-rationalize yun. So, we can write it as square root of 3 over square root of x. Ang gagawin natin dito, we will multiply the numerator and the denominator by square root of x. Okay? Square root of x over square root of x. Okay. Bakit ko ginawa ito, Sir Ice? Kasi gusto ko matanggal ito. Anyways, Kapag minultiply mo naman, dinivide mo naman to, that is equal to 1 lang naman, di ba? So, 1 times everything is everything pa rin. So, bakit ko ginawa ito? Yan, ginawa ko yan para matanggal yung square root sa denominator. Kasi, yun yung rule dito sa radicals. Bawal ang square root sa denominator. Kailangan natin siyang i-rationalize. Okay? So, in this case, square root of 3, yan, di ba? Yung rule naman dito, kapag may fraction is, minumultiply lang natin yung numerator at yung denominator, right? So, multiply natin 3, square root of 3 times square root of x, we can write it as square root of 3x. Multiply ko lang yung loob ng radical. Okay? In this case, mayroon siyang denominator na square root of x times x, that is x squared. Bakit naging posible yon? Kasi pare-parehas naman sila ng uh, pare-parehas sila ng anong tawag dito? Pare-parehas sila ng index. Okay? Alam natin na kapag sinimplify natin sa square root of x raised to 2, makakancel natin to, di ba? So, pwede na natin tanggalin yan sa buhay natin. Okay? So, ang matitira na lang talaga dyan is square root of 3x over x. Okay? And I believe this is gonna be our final answer. Okay? Ito na yung magiging final answer natin. Square root of 3x over x. And finally, we have letter E pa lang. Letter E. The final sample for example number 3. We have cube root of a raised to 2 over 27. First things first is to check if pwede bang i-simplify yan. I think hindi, no? So, i-apply natin yung cube root sa dalawang side ng ating fraction. So, a raised to 2 sa numerator, cube root of 27. And then simplify if there is anything that we can simplify. Now, we have a raised to 2 or cube root of a raised to 2. Tanong, itong 2 ba ay mas malaki sa 3 at pwede siyang i-divide? Pwede naman, pero fraction ang lalabas, no? Ganun pa rin naman yon. Pero I believe, kapag hindi, pag mas malito kaysa dito sa index, ay pwede natin tong i-rewrite. Cube root of a raised to 2. Ginawa ko lang, sinulat ko lang ulit. Cube root of 27, we all know na ang cube root of 27 is 27 is a perfect cube number. 3 times 3 times 3. That is equal to 3. Okay? So, therefore, this is going to be our final answer for example number 3. Okay, so next things up, we have this example number 4. So in this example number 4, we have to simplify radicals using lesser index. So how can we do that? Dito, kailangan din sulat ang bawat expression as a lesser index. So, papalitin natin tong index na to. We have 10th root of 4 raised to 5. We can write it as 4 raised to 5 over 10, right? Or ganito yung fraction na format na nasanay tayo. 5 over 10. Okay? So, kinonvert lang natin siya as exponential form. And then, we copy the base once again. Then, get the lowest term of 5 over 10. So, pwede siyang i-divide kay 2. Okay? So, 5 divided by 2, that is, hindi siya pwedeng divide kay 2, kay 5. Ano ba ito, Sir Ice? Okay, kay 5. 5 divided by 5, that is 1. Okay? 5 divided by 10 divided by 5, that is 2. Ayan na. So, ibig sabihin, pwede siyang isulat as what? Square root, okay? Square root of 4. Kasi may invisible na to dito at may invisible na 1. So, square root of 4 is equivalent to positive or negative 2. Or positive 2. Dito nun tayo sa positive mag-exponent. Magpo-focus. Okay, when you simplify this one, the answer must be square root of, positive 2. Okay, so we have 4th root of 4x raised to 2. So, how can we do this? Of course, dahil nasa isang group siya, kinopya ko yung isang group na yan na 4x raised to 2 over 4. And then get the lowest term of 2 raised to 2 over 4. We have 4x raised to 1 over 2. Okay? After that, gagawin natin dyan, i-convert natin siya into, by the way, dapat, huwag nyo kakalimutan na may parenthesis yan kasi dito may parenthesis. Oh. Okay? So, pwede siyang isulat as square root of 4x. And then we all know that the square root of 4x, of course, square root of 4, ito muna. Perfect square number yan. So, ilalabas natin yan. Okay? Square root of x, dahil ito 1, ito ay 2, mas maliit si 1 kaysa kay index, then i-maintain lang natin siya sa loob ng radical sign. Okay? So, ito yung magiging final answer. 2 square root of x. Okay. There you go. Practice your skills using this one. This A and B will be our try it number 3. And finally, for our example number 5, so in this case, we will simplify radicals using one radical symbol. And then we will write each expression using only one radical symbol. So, as you can see, kung titingnan natin, medyo nakakahilo. May dalawang radical siya. Tapos ito, cube root. Tapos ito, square root. So, paano mo gagawin yan? Paano natin i-handle tong problem na to? Okay? So, in this case, ang gagawin natin, unahin natin yung pinaka-loob. Okay? So, yung cube root dito, susulat ko muna as 1. Simplify ko lang tong square root of 7. Okay? Pwede siyang isulat as 7 raised to 1 over 2. Right? Ngayon, as exponential form na siya. Pwede ko rin gawing exponential form ito. Okay? So, paano ko gagawing exponential form? We can write as 7 raised to 1 half raised to 1 over 3. So, yun ang ginawa natin dito. Okay? Then, next, after that, we copy the base, and sa power rule of exponents, dun sa loss of exponents, ang ginagawa natin dito, hindi pinag-add, ay multiply natin si numerator o yung dalawang exponent, no? I-multiply natin. At sabi dun sa fraction rule, when you multiplying them, numerator muna, 1 times 1, that is 1. 2 times 3, that is 6. Again, okay, yan po ang mangyayari kapag may ganito tayong example. Okay, unahin mo muna yung nasa loob. Okay, gawin mo siya exponential form. Ganun din yung nasa labas. Gawin mo siya exponential form. Apply the power rule. Multiply mo yung dalawang exponents. And then, there you go. We have 7 raised to 1 over 6. Pero hindi pa yan yung final answer, no? We can rewrite this one as 6 root of 7 raised to 1 or 7 na lang. Okay? And this is gonna be our final answer for this particular example. Okay, now we have square root of x times fifth root of x. So how can we do this? So we have this particular things. Gawin muna natin tong exponential form. We have x raised to 1 half. Ito naman, we have fifth root of x. Mumultiply natin sa x raised to 1 fifth. Okay? So, since they same base, we can copy the base. And then, dito, dahil nagmumultiply tayo ng dalawang terms, and then, ang gagawin natin dito is, add natin yung exponent. So, 1 half plus 1 over 5. Okay, so when we add the two exponents, okay, when you press it in your calculator, 1 half plus 1 fifth, no, I think pwede siyang i-simplify. Kung ayaw nyo gumamit ng calculator, pwede siyang i-simplify as 5 over 10. Kasi 5 over 10 is 1 half din, di ba? Pag ginawa mo yung lowest term. Plus, this one is 2 over 10. Or you can use butterfly method, di ba? 1 times 5. Okay? So, paano ba yung butterfly method na yan? 1 times 5, that is 5. Okay? 2 times 1, that is 2. 2 times 5, that is 10. Okay? So, yun ang butterfly method. And then, we can add them up dahil pares na yung ating base, ay denominator. Okay? So, copy the denominator. then add the two exponents. 5 plus 2, that is going to be 7. And there you go. The final answer would be 10th root of x raised to 7. Bakit hindi ko na sinimplify ito? Kasi mas maliit si 7 kaysa kay 10. Okay, ito na yung magiging final answer natin. Okay, so as we depart in this particular session, I want you to try your skills in try it number 4. I know there are things na gagawin natin in this particular video, but I believe if you practice it, maybe, or I'm absolutely sure na makukuha ninyo itong process na to. So, ulit-ulitin natin kapag hindi natin na-gets yung procedure. This try it exercises is parallel dito sa mga binigay kong example. Okay? So, I provided as well a video about simplifying many examples of radicals. Practice them and watch them and practice them. Okay, as we depart and as we end up with our discussion, allow me to share to you this particular two mindsets. The first mindset is a growth mindset and the second one is a fixed mindset. Sabihin ko lang sa inyo yung mga observation ko dito sa dalawang mindset na to, no? So the first thing is, allow me to change the color. Okay? In the growth mindset, naniniwala sila na ang failure is an opportunity to grow. However, sa fixed mindset, ang failure is the limit of my abilities. Okay? So, dalawang magkaibang bagay yan. Sabi naman ng growth mindset, I can learn to do anything I want. Sabi naman ng fixed mindset, I'm either good at it or I'm not. Si growth mindset, naniniwala siya na challenges help me to grow. Also, my effort and attitude determine my abilities. Naniniwala rin siya na ang feedback is constructive. And they are inspired by the success of others. And this is very important. I like to try new things. However, on the other hand, these are the qualities of a fixed mindset person. So, my abilities are unchanging. So, ibig sabihin, hindi na nagbabago yung kanyang ability. Yun na yung paniniwala niya. And then, I don't like to be challenged. Okay? So, dahil naniniwala siyang yun na siya, ayaw niya na ma-challenge. I can either do it or I can. My potential is predetermined. When I'm frustrated, I give up. Okay? So, most likely, ito nararanasan natin to, no? Kapag na-frustrate tayo, you give up. But, fixed mindset pala yun, no? Feedback and criticism are personal. And naniniwala sila si fixed mindset na I stick to what I know. So, walang growth dito sa fixed mindset. However, on the other hand, in the growth mindset, there are a lot of opportunities that you can develop or you can acquire if you have this kind of mindset. Okay? So, I know it's a hard pill to swallow as well. This particular topic, it's a radical topic. So, you expect that this topic is a radical as well. Okay? So, but we believe, and I believe, and I conclude that this lesson, if you have this kind of mindset, maybe you can be able to learn these skills, these previous examples, in an engaging and productive way. Okay? So, I believe this concludes our session for today, students. See you sa ating, by the way, mag-ingat pala kayo, no? At malakas ang ulan. See you sa ating classroom.